So what is clipping? How does it affect your system? Well, let's dive in and take a look. But first, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. And if you find this video helpful, make sure to leave a like. So clipping refers to the power lost when the solar panels are putting out more power than the inverter can handle. The inverter data sheet will show you what the input value is. And if your solar panels are just pumping a ton of energy on really sunny days, and it's going to hit that inverter maximum, you're going to lose some of that energy because it's going to be clipped. You can think of your inverter like a pipe. If there's more water in a basin than that pipe can actually handle the flow through, the rest gets blocked and it's not going to be able to get through there. Most solar systems out in the world are going to have an inverter on them. Aside from a few direct DC applications, this means that almost every single residential and commercially installed system is going to be subject to potential clipping. When you look at this on a curve, normal solar curves are going to have their energy start in the morning at sunrise and go up like a parabola. It's going to keep increasing throughout the day, peak at that highest point, and then come back down. And a good curve is going to have a nice smooth curve throughout the day. When you have inverter clipping, though, that energy starts to rise and then hits that inverter maximum, and the curve flattens off and then goes back down. It's this flattening of curve that often panics customers and homeowners and solar providers alike because they think, oh man, how much energy is lost during that? Inverters can also make a difference in what you're going to see. So with a string inverter system where there's one inverter for the entire array, the monitoring for that happens on the whole level. So all the panels are feeding in, you'll see that curve come and then it will flatten out because you hit that inverter maximum. When you have microinverters, the clipping actually happens at each individual panel because there's one inverter attached to every panel. So that power flattening actually happens at the panel level in the inverter, and then the system monitoring that covers the entire system doesn't show any curve flattening. So sometimes people can say, oh, microinverters don't have any clipping, which just isn't true. They do, it just happens in a different place. Clipping isn't always an always on or always off scenario. It can actually vary by system to system, day to day, even hour to hour and season to season. Most often, clipping is going to happen during the summertime when you have the most sunlight possible and you hit your really peak amounts. But if your system's not designed properly, it could happen at other times as well. Clipping is often more commonly a problem depending on how your system is installed or how it was designed. So panels have max ratings, 300 watts, 400 watts, etc. And those panels are typically not really going to hit those max values because those are in perfect conditions. But when you design systems and you design the inverters going to it, you look at what that max power is. Especially with string inverters, we have to look at the max DC size versus the max AC size of your inverter. So with string systems, you'd say, all right, I have 6 kilowatts of solar on this roof. I'm going to install about a 6 kilowatt inverter so that it matches up, and that should pretty well eliminate clipping except for maybe the most peak days. With microinverters, you look at each panel individually. So if you say this is a 400 watt panel, you get a microinverter that can handle about 400 watts. Now, some of the inverter manufacturers will also allow for oversizing, a lot of them recommending for max efficiency about a 1.2 DC to AC ratio. But the more you overdrive the DC going into your AC inverter, it can potentially increase clipping even further. Financial considerations are also really important to take into account because manufacturers will often charge more for the more premium equipment. So larger inverters that can handle more power coming in are going to cost more. So there's a delicate balance that happens between trying to minimize project costs, but then also maximize project efficiency. Now, panel direction also plays a pretty important role in whether clipping actually will affect your system. We've previously published a video about the direction of solar panels that I'll link here for you to view as well. It's a great resource. When you have a system that all faces one direction, the sunlight hits it evenly and your production spikes immediately. So when that happens, your system can reach that inverter maximum really quickly and then flatten out your curve so you lose some energy. But if your system is a little more spread out, like you have some panels facing east, some facing west, your curve can be a little more smooth throughout the day because not a single one of those systems is going to get you over the peak. It would take the whole curve and they're not all in the maximum sunlight at any given point in time. Most of the modern PV systems and inverters are designed to be able to self-regulate, meaning that when the inverter senses there's more energy coming in than it can actually handle, what it will do is decrease the DC voltage from the panels so that less current comes in, so it kind of regulates itself. One solution that's become a lot more viable recently to fight clipping is going to be battery storage, and specifically it's DC coupled batteries. With DC coupled batteries, the input limitation actually gets bypassed because excess energy that's already in DC doesn't have to go through that AC limitation, can actually just bypass the whole system and go charge the battery immediately. So you're seeing more and more popular DC coupled battery solutions coming onto the market. Overall, some clipping is really nothing to worry about. Most systems are going to experience clipping at some point during their useful life, and it's really just going to be in those peak sunny days, and the amount of energy lost is really pretty negligible. But if you do see continued sustained clipping on your system and it's outside of those peak sunny days, you may want to talk with your installer about potentially upsizing your inverter so you can reduce that, or adding a battery to your system. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you leave a like if you found this helpful, and catch us in the next one.